Today we're going to be talking about print-on-demand stores, do's and don'ts, why they are not dead, but why you should not build a t-shirt company around print-on-demand. So let's get started. So first off, there are three main print-on-demand apps that you can use within Shopify. There are a couple others in that, but these are the main ones here. So first off, we have Printful. Printful was the main company that did print on demand right at the start, right when Shopify was just getting started. Now there's also Printify, which is similar ideas, similar concept. There's some other products that they do print on demand for, uh, but it's a nice alternative. Also, it allows for company growth because if you decide to go for premium, you actually save 20% per item that you sell, which is great. The last one I'm going to show you is Guten. Now, Guten is more of an international company, so it can reach other places if you're located around the globe. It can have better prices, greater difference in quality and shipping times. It's just because it's from everywhere. So first things first, I mentioned right at the start of the video, print on demand for t-shirts is dead. Do not do this. You will not make a return on your investment. Why is that? Well, in terms of actually getting a shirt printed for you, it is not cheap. For example, within Printful, we have 16.59 for this guy here. In terms of going to Printify, we have prices ranging between 17. This one's $30. That's for embroidery. You're looking at around 13 bucks in general. On Guten, it varies. It's a different process for Guten. You have to choose a different supplier and whatnot. But you're looking between 8 to 25 bucks. It's not cheap. And so you have to remember that if you want a return on your investment, you have to make sure that you can upsell your product enough that you are making capital when you are still paying for shipping, as well as being able to reinvest in your marketing so that you can actually get brand awareness out there. So basically, at the end of the day, t-shirts are not going to cut it. The profits that you make are going to be very slim, and 9 times out of 10, your store is simply going to flop. I'm sorry to say it. So now there is light at the end of the tunnel because all of these print-on-demand stores sell more than just t-shirts. There are a lot of products that you can now print on that can actually make you some profits. So let's take a little bit of a look in Printful here. So I'm going to scroll down to accessories, and you can find that there are a whole number of things. You've got jewelry, phone cases, you got bags, flip-flops. I mean, this stuff can be actually pretty profitable. So for example, let's go to flip-flops. I mean, yes, it's 16.59, but people are more willing to pay a higher price for something like customized flip-flops, something that's quirky, that's fun, or something that's very pretty. People are interested in doing that. A good alternative to something like t-shirts would also be mugs. They are fairly cheap to come by, and people, like I said, are more willing to pay more for a mug than they are for a t-shirt, and the return on your investment is so much greater because of that. Now you can see there's a lot more besides that. I mean, blankets, stickers, pillows, wall art, you can read off the page here. There's a lot, and that's just in home and living. There's a lot more in terms of other products that you can actually source. So let's head over to Printify here. Now, Printify has similar options in that regard. There are a lot of options, and in here, some of them are cheaper. I mean, we go back to our mug example here. If you're only paying, $4.40 for a mug and you sell it for 20, 25 bucks, you're going to make a huge return on your investment and actually start to make some money. Like I said, there are tons of other products that you can utilize that will help you make a return on your investment. Guten is a similar sort of situation. They have some other things that are relatively unique, things like puzzles, compact mirrors. There's a ton of other things within here. What I would highly recommend is ensuring that you've installed all three of these print-on-demand apps. It's good to go through and find which of the different products are selling for a lower price and are of a good quality. Remember, you don't have to have all of your products from the same print-on-demand supplier. We could go a lot more in depth about each of these different print-on-demand suppliers and their different pros and cons and whatnot. At the end of the day, what you want to make sure is that when you go through and check for different options, you make sure you check the initial price, the shipping time, because that can be important for different providers, where you have to keep in mind that each of these are outsourcing the different print on demand to multiple different manufacturers. So there you go. Those are the basics of do's and don'ts for print on demand. Looking to improve your store? Hire a geek. We offer individual store optimizations, one-on-one training, as well as workshops. Check out the description below for more information.